Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a full review and demo on a new foundation that I recently got my hands on and I'm very excited about because I've been really liking this brand lately. Ever since I was introduced to their mascara, I've been really obsessed with their products, so I felt like it was a great time to review one of their foundations. I am talking about the Lancome foundation. This is the... Now, let's just for a second forgive me for the mispronunciation of what this is actually called. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear foundation. I really do love reviewing foundations here on my channel, so let me know down below your favorite foundations or foundations that you're interested in hearing about or you want, a review from me on, because I really do love reviewing foundations, but I feel like I don't know which ones to review right now, so let me know down below. But nonetheless, if you want to hear my thoughts and see a demo on this foundation here, then just keep on watching. Alright, so we're just going to jump right into testing out this bad boy. I'm totally obsessed with the packaging right now, but we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth after the demo. I think I'm using the shade 280 Bis Warm. BIS Warm. They have a bunch of shades, 37 shades, which is actually really, really good. But they also have two primers. So they have this one here, which I lost the cap because I've actually been using it. This is the Prep and Hydrate, and they also have a Prep and Matte one as well. We're gonna use this guy here. It's super cute, has nice squeezy tube packaging. I like it when primers are in a squeezy tube. I just find it so much easier to use. So we're just gonna use that. It's got like a kind of a peach tone to it, but it really blends into the skin like it's not even there. I really like it. I've been using it, like I said, for a couple of days now, and I'm really liking the way it feels on the skin. It's not sticky or anything like that, because sometimes I find primers are just really sticky, which I know the goal and the purpose of that is so that your foundation really sticks, but like sometimes it's just like a little bit too much and I don't like it. I'm just gonna give this a good shake, and it does have a pump, which is definitely, as you guys know, 2 thumbs up in my books, because if it doesn't have a pump, I just get really, really frustrated, especially with the higher dollar ticketed items. So happy that it has a pump. So I'll start with 1 pump, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start popping that onto the skin. Color match wise, I think this might be just a smidgen too light, to be honest. And the only reason for that is I've really gotten quite the tan this summer, which is nice because I usually don't. I usually always stay the same color because I wear so much sunscreen. But even like with sunscreen, when I was at beach club and going to the spas and stuff like that I've done this summer, I've gone to 2 spas, which was really nice. The sun is just so strong. Like, you try and you reapply your SPF, but even at that, you're still getting a little bit of a tan, which I'm not upset at all whatsoever. It's just, I like to protect my skin. I meant to do like half my face and show you guys, but I just got so chatty. Sorry about that. Now that I've done 1 layer on the bottom half of my face, I'm noticing that it does actually match really, really nicely. It blends into the skin really well, and I'm actually liking the amount of coverage because it's covering up. I had a little bit of a breakout in this area. It's definitely covering that up really nicely, but then in these areas, like my cheeks, it's showing through my birthmarks and my freckles, which I really like because I don't like it when it's so thick that you can't see anything at all. So that's 1 layer of the foundation. I'm gonna do 1/2 of a pump, just a little bit more, just to put a little bit further on my cheeks because I'm seeing a little bit of redness pop through. All right, so this is 1 layer of the foundation, and I think I'm gonna stop, well, I guess 1.5. I added a little bit more on my cheek areas. I'm really, really liking it. It looks healthy, it looks nice, it matches really well. I definitely think that this gives a medium coverage. I think it's buildable for sure because it's not cakey whatsoever, but I also think it can be sheared out if you are to add your moisturizer or your sunscreen to it, which I think is really, really nice. Just as an FYI, this does actually have SPF in it. It is SPF 15, which is amazing. I love foundations that have SPF in it. It's a 2-in-1. It just gets the job done. You don't have to use too many products, and it just shortens your getting ready time, in my opinion, because that's really important to me. I like to be speedy, quick, but I also really like to protect my skin. I don't know how many times do I have to say that in one video. You guys get it. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to jump off camera, finish the rest of my makeup, and then we'll talk more in depth about this little guy. All right, so I am back and I have the rest of my makeup on. I did like a fall makeup, which I'm really into. So if you want to see how I got this eye makeup look, then be sure to follow my Instagram page because I post all of those mini tutorials over there. I will be doing a fall tutorial here on my channel again because I usually do 1 or 2 every single season, and now that it's really getting to those fall weather, I really want to do a tutorial. Nonetheless, let's finish talking about this foundation. So I really am loving it. As I mentioned during my demo, I do feel that it really does give a medium coverage on the first kind of go, but it also does have a really nice light consistency to it. So it's really easy to build up, and also I find that it's really easy to sheer out as well if you are to mix it with your moisturizer or a sunscreen. But I did mention that this does have SPF 15, which I think is incredible. Nonetheless, let's talk a little bit more specific. I find, like, I've been wearing the foundation. I put the foundation on and I actually left my house for about 2 hours. I went and ran an errand and then I came back in and did the rest of my makeup. So while I was out, it gave a really nice luminous look and feel to it, which I was really digging. The highest points on my face, even without highlighter, were really giving that nice glistening glow, which I love. So I'm really happy with how it was wearing, and it lasted a really nice time too. So I've had the foundation on itself for 3 hours. I just, of course, went in on top of it with a little bit of concealer and then blush, bronzer, highlight, blah, blah, blah. But even before that, it was wearing really, really nicely, and everything went on top of it really beautifully. Like, no struggles blending out anything whatsoever. I used all powder products today on top. Online, it does say that it gives a matte finish. Like, yes, it is matte. Like in my T-zone, I've had no problems with any oils breaking through, but I do feel that it gives more of a natural looking finish in my personal opinion. I do have oily to combination skin, keep that in mind. So most foundations that are matte aren't actually that matte on me, but this one here I would say is more of a natural finish on my skin specifically. It also does say online that it is an oil-free foundation, and I definitely can tell that right away when I put it on my skin that it was oil-free, and it's definitely, in my opinion, a long-wearing foundation. I would wear this all day during the day, and I would also consider wearing this all day at night just because of the nice coverage that it does give. I definitely think that this is a really good special occasion foundation as well. If you're doing flash photography, maybe not because of the SPF, but I haven't tested that, but I'm willing to give it a try because it's a lower amount of SPF. The foundation does go for $57 Canadian, and there are, to my knowledge, on Sephora's website right now, I can count 37 different shades. It does have still a pretty decent amount of shades. 37 is not too bad. I usually consider 40 and up pretty, you know, good. 37 is close to that kind of tipping point, so not totally upset at the amount of shades that are in the collection. As I mentioned, my shade was 280 Bis W, which the W stands for warm. I really like the shade match. At first, when I first applied it, I was like, ooh, this might be a little too light, but it's actually blended out really, really nicely. And for reference, I'm usually an NC 30, 25 to 30, but right now I'm actually quite tan from the summer, so I would say I'm more of an NC 30 to even 35, so yeah. Anyways, before I start rambling on too much, that wraps up this review. I definitely really am enjoying this foundation. Just so you guys know, this was not a first impression. I know that sometimes I forget to tell you guys whether I've tried it out prior or not, and I have. I've tried this foundation out twice now before this video. Sometimes I really do like doing first impressions, but I also find that I'm a lot more knowledgeable on the product when I've actually tried it out multiple times. So I like to switch it up a little bit. So this was not a first impression. I have been using this foundation and the primer as well, and I'm enjoying both products very, 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 very much. I'll leave some more thoughts down below in the description box about how it's wearing and all that good stuff, but honestly, I'm really, really enjoying this foundation. It's stunning on the skin. I love the finish that it gives, and the color match I'm really into. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and of course, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.